This is the best of Essence and Catrice. Welcome to everybody watching today. Thank you so very much for joining me. Today I have all of the best items from Essence and Catrice that I currently still have in my makeup collection till this day. Some of these may be very difficult to find because Essence and Catrice do like roll out a lot of their products every couple of months or so. So not all of this will still be available, but a lot of these things are from more current releases. And I'm just gonna whiz you through it and we're gonna have some fun. I'll make sure to insert some close-ups and stuff if I can find them. If I still have other images lying about either on the blog or on my hard drive, I will make sure to share them here. And I will also refer you to some videos that I've done with some of these products in the past. So if you want to see me use them in a first impression or another makeup look, then you can. These are just some quick fire recommendations. Let's start with the base. Base-wise, I really enjoy the Essence Jelly Grip Primer. This is really, really excellent. It's a dupe for the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer, and this does exactly the same thing. It is cheap as chips, and it doesn't expire as quickly, so win-win for sure. Then I also have two favorites in the foundation and concealer category. These are both by Catrice. This is sadly discontinued. This is the Nude Drop Tinted Serum Foundation. Mine is in 004N, and this is a beautiful, more like skin tint-like foundation. When Catrice came out with this, I was really, really happy. And I'm now thinking, I also have the Essence Skin Tint that I like, but I kept it in my makeup drawers. But they do some good base products. The only problem with Essence and Catrice is their shade ranges when it comes to foundations and concealers. They very often will only have a couple in store and everything else is only sold online if they do have an extended shade range, which is not even the case for all of their products. For this one, it was a really good shade range, I have to say. So with Essence and Catrice, it can be difficult to find your shade, but when I have found them and when I like the formulas, they do become firm favorites. So I do really enjoy, especially this product. I think I like this one better than I do the Essence one. I don't have products from both brands in every single category per se. When it comes to concealer, I really enjoyed this one. This came out, I think, a year ago now, or was this launched at the start of this year? I think it was launched at the start of this year. I'm starting to mix the releases up, but this is the Instant Bright Serum Concealer with medium coverage in 010C. I think the shade is just called Fair or Fair Rosy, something like that. This is beautiful. I've had to stop using it because it was getting too light for me, because this doesn't go for me in the summertime, unfortunately. But this is a really beautiful concealer and I am enjoying it ever since I first got it. And it's something that I couldn't put down and I've been actively trying to use up. And that says something because I have a lot of makeup, and if I find a product, it doesn't matter in what category, that I cannot put down for the life of me, then we know we have a good one. My favorite powder by these brands is currently in my Shop My Stash. It's this Essence powder. This is no longer available, I'm afraid. This is the Skin Loving Sensitive Mineral Powder. This only came in one shade as well, and it's not going to work for everybody. Oh, in this lighting you can see the dent that I've made in it. This is not the kind of powder that is going to last you a lifetime. I sometimes find with powders that you can use them for like a year and a half until they're gone. This one has only been in my Shop My Stash for about 6 to 8 weeks now, and you can already see the progress I've made, and I don't use a lot of powder, so, but this is really pretty. It's very similar to the Charlotte Tilbury airbrush, like the airbrush powder that they do. I felt that the formula was very, very similar, so when they discontinued it, I did buy this like 3 times just to have it in backup, and this is the first backup I've used up, but I think when this was out, I used already up like 2 or 3 of these in my, like in the lifetime of the product itself. So I think those are all the base products. But where I really feel that both brands really shine, like where the good stuff really happens, is in the cheek departments. Essence and Catrice can do a good cheek, and I feel like whatever rendition they come out with, 9 out of 10 times it works. Some of it is a little bit gimmicky sometimes, especially from Essence, but I was able to find a bronzer, highlighter, and several blushes from both brands to show you for this video, and I enjoy all of these a lot. So let's talk about bronzer first. Catrice also has a stick version that I enjoy that they came out this year, but this was truly, truly special because it's from the drugstore, it's cheap as chips, and it's such a cool tone bronzer This was one of the first of its kind that I even found. It's the Melted Sun Liquid Bronzer in 005 tan lines, and this is absolutely beautiful. It's made me want to try all the more cool tone bronzy shades from other drugstore brands. So today I'm wearing the e.l.f. one that I picked up in London, the Camo one, which is lovely, but it was a lot more pigmented than I had expected, so I had to do a bit of extra blending. One of the best highlighters that these brands have come out with is their more multi-chrome things. Yes, the drugstore does multi-chrome highlighters. Who'd have thought? This is the Catrice Space Glam, which I liked a little bit better than the Essence version. I think the Essence was called something like Meta something, and that was just a pinky, purpley shift, but this even has a green shift in. So a true multi-chrome, but a lot more wearable than something like the Kaleidos ones, which is a brand that did it first, I feel. But this is pink to gold to peach to green and yellow. So it has a lot of different shifts to it, but it looks very natural on the cheeks. Nobody's going to look at you when you wear this and go like, and if this was too intense for you, I'm not sure if they still do this, but it's also really beautiful as an inner corner highlight or even just as a shimmer all over your lid as eyeshadow. For Essence blushes, I feel like you just can't do no wrong. Essence does excellent blushes. The only thing they do is that they discontinue lines and then they bring something back. The colors are slightly different, but very often it's very similar to what they were already doing. In their latest range, they have a matte and a more shiny formula. The matte one is the Blush Crush. Mine is in, I can't read this, Cherry Kiss, I believe? Cherry Bliss? Cherry Kiss. Really beautiful, very nice, bright, poppy shades for that nice pop of flush on your cheeks. Really beautiful. I like a bit more glow though, so the Soft Bake Blush in Berry Bliss is a little bit better for me. And they used to do a Soft Bake line before, but those were very warm toned and I didn't like any of the shades. So for me with Essence and Catrice, whether I like their blushes doesn't really come down to formula. It's much more about the shades that they do. And then Catrice has done a dupe of the Rare Beauty powder blushes. This is the Soft Glam Baked Blush in Midnight Berry. This is really similar to Rare Beauty's Hope. In case you were wondering, this is an exact dupe for the formula. Essence and Catrice have also been duping a lot of K-beauty brands. So Rare Beauty, K-beauty is really now the thing, especially with Catrice. And this I really like from Catrice. This is the Soft Blur Powder Blush. This came out this year. This is in Cinnamon Sugarwood. And I've had it in several Shop My Stashes already. And it's a beautiful, like, terracotta, almost bronzer, sun-kissed kind of look for me. Which is actually, this is the first product that I've purchased which has made me understand the trend of applying blush on your nose. Because this shade mimics on me the way I look when I look really sun-kissed. So this is a really beautiful product. I'm sure I'm going to be using this a lot more because I love this shade. I hadn't expected it when I purchased it, but it's a winner. And then I think the thing that they do even better than cheek products is their mascara ranges. One of these is currently in my Shop My Stash. We all know I love my Catrice Glam & Doll. I don't know how many, I've lost count as to how many of these I've used up because this is just great. I use this as a second coat for my black mascara. So here is what the brush looks like. It is a very spiky brush, but not too spiky that it hurts your eyes. And I like how it separates my lashes and it makes every single black mascara I use because I prefer a more volumizing thing first. And then with this, I separate my lashes and I make it more waterproof. And I have budge-proof, smudge-free mascara all day. This has been in their line for more than a decade. I remember discovering this product around the time that I moved into this place, and that was 9 years ago. So 9 years of going through 4 or 5 of these every single year. I just use it up until it feels too dry. Then I go to my drugstore and pick up a new one. That's the way I've been living my life. So this is a holy grail for sure. Shall we stick to Catrice then for a second? Because I also like the brown version of the Glam & Doll. They also do a brown version now, and I'm here for it. The one that I tried from the new range, there was a new Glam & Doll, and that one had a very, like, I didn't like the brush on that. That brush hurt my lids. So it was a beautiful mascara, but I didn't love it for that reason. But I also really enjoyed this one from Catrice. I'm not sure if they still do it, but this is their best brown mascara. The Pure Volume in Burgundy Brown. This is still closed though, so I can't show you the brush. All of these other ones are actually closed. And then I also really enjoy Essence, and I've got 3 of their mascaras in my current Shop My Stash as well, or in my current makeup collection. The Lash Without Limits in the brown, even the regular version, but I also really enjoy the tubing version that they came out with in the like spring summer collection that they did in like January, February. I used mine up now. It was getting too dry, but that is the first tubing mascara that I've tried that hasn't itched my eyes and that is actually working for me. So the Essence Lash Without Limits is really nice. I prefer it in the brown though than in the black. I don't know why, but I just do. And then the Essence Lash Princess, I only have the brown one in stock at the minute, but I usually buy this in the black and in the brown. The black one comes with the green tube. This is the False Lash Effect Mascara in black brown. Really nice brown shade. Not too warm of a brown. Very often, the only downside to the Catrice Glam Doll in the brown, it's like it's got this reddish undertone, which especially if you're cool tone, it doesn't look good, but this is a nice cool tone brown. So liking that. But I think I like the Call Me Queen best in terms of like a black mascara from Essence. I don't have a favorite black mascara from Catrice, unfortunately. I very often will pair it with the Maybelline Falsies Lash Lift. That is still my favorite mascara till this day. But the Call Me Queen by Essence is a good one. The only downside to Essence and Catrice mascaras I find, especially Essence, Catrice a little bit less. I can use those a little bit longer, but most Essence mascaras I can only use for about 6 to 8 weeks before they get too dry. So I go through them a lot more quickly than my L'Oreal or Maybelline mascaras. Those last me 3 to 4 months. So that is something that may be good to know. And then other products that are going on around the eye area that are in the palette is this little shimmering eye tint from Essence, sadly discontinued. Officially it's called the Luminous Eye Tint Liquid Eyeshadow, and mine is in Shimmering Taupe. I bought a backup of this because I like it so much and because they discontinued it. Mine is starting to smell a little bit, but not like terrible. It doesn't feel like it's almost lost the scent that it used to have. So I'm not sure, but you can see I love that thing. Like for me to have this much progress, like a third of it gone on a liquid eyeshadow, that's something I didn't think would happen. And of course, Make Me Brow. The Essence Make Me Brow, I'm still not sure what's going on with this. I panic bought 3 of these when I still found them on Boozy Shop, but this product is no longer around in my local drugstore. I cannot even find the darker shades anymore. So I'm thinking that they're coming out with a new brow product in the like July, August, whenever they do their next drop. I think we're gonna get one, but this is one of the best brow products on the planet. I've tried them all, the ones from Glossier that everybody raved about, the ones by Benefit that everybody raves about, Anastasia, NYX, like I've tried all the brow gels in my lifetime and I kept coming back to this. Again, I've lost count as to how many that I've even used up of these. So if you can still find this somewhere, you may want to give it a try. And then I have a lip product for you, the Catrice Scandalous Matte Eyeshadow Lipstick in Casually Overdressed. This is a dupe for Lisa Eldridge's New Wave from the Insanely Saturated range. This is actually a little bit more cool tone than the Lisa version, so I like this one even better, and it was €4 at the drugstore. Sadly discontinued. They've discontinued this entire range of lipsticks, but boy is she good. And again, Catrice and Essence do really solid lip products, but because I have so many lip products and I test so many of them out, I get to be extra picky. So I only ever keep like my top favorites, and with Essence and Catrice I always feel like I have something that I like better by other brands very often. So it's not that they're not good, they are really good objectively, but if I compare it to everything else I have, they very often don't make the cut when I declutter. For instance, especially with the K-beauty duping that they've been doing, I have a lot of original K-beauty products, so I like those better than I do the Essence and Catrice version. So that goes into it as well. And then I just have 2 really old eyeshadow palettes that nobody can buy anymore, but I wanted to end on eyeshadow. So the Welcome to Cape Town palette, this was such a hit for me. This is such a good thing from Essence. I love this. Those neutrals are really lovely because they're a little bit more cool toned. I tend to ignore these 2, but then we get these teals, we get some greens. This peach is really beautiful to create a more of a neutrally look, and you get a beige to sort of blend things out. It works really well. I love how the colors we get inside are represented by the packaging. It's genius. and the quality is great. And even that yellow tone gold, I'm not a huge fan of yellow tone golds, we all know that, but this is just a really good one. So liking that Essence palette a lot still till this day. And we all know how much I regret not getting a backup of this, because this was limited edition. I actually found some on Amazon and then put them in a giveaway to some of you guys when I found that. But this was something I found really randomly. This was 15 euros at my local drugstore, and it's the same quality as a big Huda Beauty palette. I swear. This is the fall in colors, and this is beautiful. I kind of ignore the orange in the middle, and then it's like a really nice sort of like cool toned, rosy leaning color story. I'm looking at this and I'm like, it's giving that new Sigma vintage romance thing palette as well, doesn't it? It's got very similar shades in, I feel. But yeah, I love this, especially like this shade here, these like taupey, it's got these like minky taupey leaning things that are a little bit more like purpley leaning, like mauvey tones. It's so beautiful. It's a really beautiful fall palette, and I do tend to go back to this every single year, at least once, just to give it another like whirl for old time's sake, and I'm gonna keep using it until it truly expires, and I feel like it starts to change formulas, and then it's gonna end up in a makeup memory box, because this thing, from the packaging, the color story, the formula, chef's kiss perfection. So I really hope you enjoyed watching this video today. I hope it wasn't too rambly or quick for you, but I wanted to make it as quick and dirty as possible. These are some of my best of the best favorite products from Essence Catrice. Let me know yours in a comment down below, and I hope you really enjoyed watching this video today, and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye!